Parcel's arrived for you.
Ooh, a parcel. Where is it?
On the kitchen side.
Ooh, a parcel. This is my Steam Deck. Oh, wow. Well, the games have definitely gone places. They're not in here. Thank you for coming back to the Techno Reviewer, and just like you've seen in the little segment that I recorded previously, the Steam Deck actually comes in this box, and the reason why I recorded that is because I am part of a Facebook group for people that were waiting for this console, and as they were waiting, some of them were saying that the package or the parcel had been delivered, but when they opened it, inside there was some people said there was a banana, some people were saying there was different items, a brick, even rocks. I didn't have any bananas, so I used apples. It's kind of interesting. Apple, no, never mind. So the inside of the box, without the Steam Deck, in fact, has got this piece of cardboard paper cutout that shows the Steam Deck and all these buttons. It's like kind of a quick start guide. It's actually an extremely quick start guide. There's nothing much on here. It just has a couple of pictures. Then inside you also have the plastic. The plastic is inside the paper. Anyway, there is this cardboard sleeve. This goes over the casing, that the case that comes with the Steam Deck, and the box with its power supply. That's it. There's, that's what you get inside the box. There's not really a retail packaging as such. You just get like a delivery package cardboard box. And inside all of this, you get the nice Steam Deck, or the nice case, the nice carrying case, and you get this pouch which you fit the power supply in, and that's it. And other than that, there's the Steam Deck itself. So I would say let's roll the intro and have a look at this thing. This is the Stream Deck? That's not right. 1 second. Right. This is the Steam Deck. Okay. Hold on. It's black on black. Not quite. Let's use this. Not the greatest, but I suppose that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Right, so this is the Steam Deck. You already know what this is. Everyone knows what this is. If you're watching this video, the chances are that you already know what the Steam Deck is. But just for the sake of it, just in case you didn't know what the Steam Deck was and you decided to come and watch my video to find out what the Steam Deck actually is, well, it's simple. It's a portable Steam console, and I'm not talking about the fact that there's steam that comes out of it, because it's not a steam iron, it's nothing to do with steam, it's not a steam cleaner, it's a Steam Deck. It's a deck for Steam Deck. Anyway, it's a console. It's a portable console. It's not much bigger than a Switch, and in actual fact, 1 second, there you go. So this is the Switch next to it. It appeared like that. That's absolutely weird. But anyway, that's what happens around here. Things happen. I say, hold on a second, and things happen. Anyway, so as you can tell, the screen size is the same-ish. No, I thought it was, but actually I'm wrong. And I just realized that. Oh, wow. I made a mistake live. But it's not live because I've recorded this. So the screen size is slightly bigger on the Steam Deck, but the console is relatively much bigger. It's quite much bigger actually. You don't kind of realize how big it is until you have it in your hands. So this is the Switch, and as I've got it in my hands, I can play on it and it's absolutely fine, and use the menu, whatever it is, and everything is absolutely perfect and fits perfectly comfortable and everything. Let's put that away, because the Steam Deck itself is even more comfortable. Now, what do you have on this Steam Deck? So the console itself has your standard D-pad, which is over here, and I'm caressing and stroking with my thumb. You also have your left joystick, analog stick, whichever you want to call it, your right joystick, analog stick. You have your X, Y, B, A buttons, or A, B, X, Y, or whichever way you want to call them. They're quite nice and tactile, very nicely clickable. You have an option button at the top, which changes between different screens. You've got another option button on this side, which gives you the information and options of the game. You have 2 trackpads, one over here, and again I'm stroking with my thumb, and this is the left side one. Then you've got the right side trackpad, which again I'm stroking with my right thumb. You have another option button, but this is now the system OS option button, and it gives you different functions like brightness and audio. And then you've got your Steam button, which gives you options and quick menu to your home, library, store, and anything else that needs to be a different option on the console. And this is what you've got on the front. However, I have not mentioned that although this is a capacitive touchpad, you also have a capacitive touch sensor or touchpad with pressure sensor on top of the joysticks themselves. So in certain games, in fact, one of them is this aperture desk job, which is it's kind of like this gimmicky game that makes you get comfortable with all the features and anything to do with the Steam Deck, which is quite nice actually. And it shows that you can use the pressure on the joystick itself, and it's kind of more intuitive to as the gameplay. Then at the top we have your volume rocker keys, and these are literally just volume up and volume down. There's the power button with a charging LED next to it. You've got an headphone jack, and it's a 3.5mm headphone jack. You have a USB Type-C port, which is USB 3, I believe. You have a L1 and L2 button and trigger. You've got an R1 and R2 button and trigger. You also have R4 and R5, as well as L4 and L5 buttons, and believe me, these are quite hard to press. So as you've got the console in your hands upside down, and you're supposed to be pressing it with your fingers, they are quite hard, which is not really the most comfortable way of playing games, but oh well, we've got extra ones anyway. At the bottom, all we have is the SD card slot, and it is a micro SD card, and as far as I'm aware, you can get up to 1 terabyte, but maybe with future updates it can go to more, probably, maybe. You have an exhaust inlet and outlet vent, which the inlet is from the bottom here, and again I'm stroking the vent. And then you've got the outlet vent, which is up here, and at the moment it's not playing games, so the fan is not on or anything, and I can't feel any hot air coming out, but as it shouldn't be, because the console is theoretically in standby. Now the gameplay is very comfortable, very good. The games work well, and you've got a very vast library of games that are fully 100% supported by the Steam Deck, so it uses all of the functions and buttons of it. However, I only have one of those games, which is this desk job, but it's not really something that I would like to show you, because it's not it doesn't show the potential or the graphics power of this console. So I will play Forza Horizon 5, and Forza Horizon 5 is a very nice game. It tells you that it's the official layout of the controller that it will use is using the D-pad, the joystick, the X, Y, and B, and the right joystick, as well as the trigger buttons at the back. And the gameplay itself is quite intuitive, and the console does take quite a while to load the games, but as you can tell, kind of loads them. Bear in mind that this console is nothing more than a PC or a UMPC built inside a portable case, so the battery itself does not last as long as you would expect it to be. I have kind of I would say, and I would go as far as saying that 1% equals to about 1 minute. So with this game itself, I got about 1% per minute. So at the moment I have about 30% ish battery life. I'm expecting around 30 minutes of gameplay, maybe less. So as you go in, the game itself kind of recognizes the layout of what you've just pressed. So then it gives you the button layout in base of what you've plugged in. You can plug in external keyboard and mouse through the USB Type-C port, and if you have one of these things, which well, this is a Trust one, but there's many different brands. This is basically a USB Type-C adapter to and it gives you like another USB Type-C as well as 2 USB ports, SD card, micro SD card, and Ethernet, as well as HDMI slot. So in theory, what you could do is use this fully as a PC or a gaming PC by plugging in these peripherals like keyboard, mouse, and monitor. It has Wi-Fi, but you can add your Ethernet cable if you wanted to, and that would give you like the sort of like if you want to play on the I don't know, on a PC, on a PC style layout. Then having said that, what's the point then of having this? You probably have a gaming PC. But if you haven't got a gaming PC and you want to play all of the game library games that are available on Steam, then this is possibly the best option for you, as the price isn't as expensive as it may seem at first, because a gaming PC that runs these games will probably set you back at least twice as much. So the gameplay itself on this, just to show you, it's quite nice. I'm going to put the volume to the top, to the max, and there we have the game. So as I said, you got trigger, so we use the trigger, and I mean there is every now and then you get that tiny bit of lag, but it's barely noticeable. And it's very well playable. I have all the settings to the max, how this can be maxed out, and seems to be quite nicely playable. You have the interior. There you go. So the inside view is just as good. I have to admit that playing this game on here, you wouldn't really, you know, after a bit you kind of don't even realize you're playing it on a handheld. You kind of think that you're playing it on a console or that you're playing it on a PC, as the graphics is really well presented. The screen itself is a full HD screen, so you do get quite a nice resolution, and the game utilizes pretty much all of that resolution. It's very fast. If I change view, you can see that the game itself loads all of it, everything, all of the graphics content loads very quickly. All of the extra detail is there. Obviously, it does not have ray tracing, so you do miss that bit of extra lighting and shadowing that you do get on a PC, but it works very well. To exit the game, it is as simple as just clicking the Steam button and exit game. and this brings you back out to the main screen. So it was roughly around 36% battery life. It is now at 34%, so my prediction is about right. It's about 1 minute per minute of gameplay, 1% per minute of gameplay. The last feature that I want to show you of this Steam Deck is that, like I said, it has got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, so yeah, you could actually plug in a Bluetooth keyboard as well. But the feature that is most important in this case, if you are using the keyboard and mouse, is because you're using it as a PC. If you're going to use it as a PC, bear in mind it does not come with Windows, it comes with Linux, and it's a KDE style environment. So if we hold down the power button, it brings up the suspension, you know, to put it to sleep, switch off, restart, as well as go to desktop menu. So you click on the go to desktop, and what this does, it will now load the desktop environment, and it's surprisingly fast actually. Everything works on this as touchscreen. All of the features that the Steam Deck come with do work. The buttons are fully mapped to the OS, and in fact the Steam Deck menu or the UI that you saw earlier is actually on top of the this Linux distribution, and you've got the full start menu as you would on a normal system. You've got system, you've got utilities, settings, you can change certain settings, there's games, graphics, internet, multimedia, there's everything that you can have on Linux is on here. Now this is the 512 gig version, but you may be wondering why I have a glossy screen. Well, that's just a screen protector, it's not the actual screen. I decided to purchase a screen protector and put it on top, and then I realized that actually I lose the anti-glare screen feature because I put a screen protector on top. But to be perfectly honest with you, with the anti-glare, it kind of loses a bit of brightness. When you put a glossy screen, the brightness seems to be a bit higher. But apart from that, it's, you know, everything works absolutely fantastic and everything's functional. There is, if you press, I believe, Steam and X, is it Steam and X? Yeah, it pops up with a keyboard. So if you are wondering how to get a keyboard in the Linux environment, that's how you do it. The mouse is the touchscreen. Alternatively, you can just plug in a Bluetooth mouse or keyboard, or Bluetooth mouse and keyboard, or you can plug in the USB Type-C function and have everything else. So that is the Steam Deck, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It kind of gives you a brief idea of what this is. I will try and make a video of me opening this. In fact, what I would want to do is I have a few Apple AirTags, and I want to see if there's space to put one inside. It's always nice to have to know where the console is, especially with the fact that the battery does die quite quickly, and if you then forget it somewhere, although there is no real feature of finding it, but at least you can always see where it is. It's not that small that you can lose it. Just to give you an idea, a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, I made a video about a console called the Mocky Much i7, and this is it, and that was a massive console, and yeah, it's near enough half of that. It's even smaller. Wow. So it's quite big. It's not that heavy. It's comfortable. There's nothing else much to say. All I have to say is, if you enjoyed this video, remember to share it, subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Perhaps, you know, there's always room for improvement. So if you enjoyed it, then thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.